Hello, my name is Bruno Sabatier. I'm District 2 Supervisor for the County of Lake. I'm here with After the Fire, reviewing what happened here at CALFIRE. CALFIRE happened here on August 18th, 2021. Started up at about 6th Avenue and Wilkinson, or 6th Avenue and Betts, and came roaring through two mobile home parks. The one that was hit the hardest was Creekside Mobile Home Park, where we lost about 80 to 90% of all the mobile homes. This was very extreme fire behavior. People were evacuated before we ever really started fighting the fire, but luckily everybody was able to get out except for one person who did get burned, was in a hospital, and unfortunately lost their life to this fire. Scary stuff when you're surrounded by it, dealing with it. We had to evacuate an entire high school and elementary school right down the street, approximately 1,500 students simultaneously while this fire was behaving very extreme, showing and exhibiting very extreme fire behavior. Luckily we were able to stop it, and I think that the creek right next to us helped us out by having a barrier, and of course the extreme work that our firefighters and law enforcement were also doing to prevent the fire from moving forward and protecting all of us here. So far we've had FEMA come through and help us out with some of the cleanup stuff that we needed to get done. CalOES was a huge part and huge factor in that, because of the fact that the fires were happening simultaneously elsewhere in California. I forget the other names of the fire. The Caldor, I think, was the other one that was happening simultaneously. We were able to kind of fit in a cleanup in between all of their cleanup as well. I believe that at this moment in time there are still a few properties that we weren't able to get the right of entry forms, and so that we're still working on getting cleaned up, but the large majority of it has been cleaned up, as you can see. We've learned a lot over the course of the past fires. Instead of digging down 10 feet deep to try and clean things up, we try to find a base of what the original soil samples would give us, and getting to that soil sample. We are in a volcanic area, so sometimes it feels like we should keep digging to clean it up, but this is just what our soils show. The creek right next to us keeps going all the way down to the dam, and that dam releases the water into Cache Creek. This is Cache Creek. Cache Creek keeps going all the way to Yolo County, where this is the water that feeds our agricultural rice production in Yolo County. We were very nervous about what happened with the fire and all the debris that came into the creek. That's why we got a hold of our state representatives as quickly as possible, had conversations with CalOES in order to figure out how do we clean this up as quickly as possible. The wind would push the debris into it, the rains would allow the debris to go into it, and eventually it just goes into our agricultural area.